things off with LaChana Robinson. Go ahead. Chana, you got to unmute yourself.
I didn't hear. What did he say?
You, LaChana, you.
Oh, me. Okay, my bad, y'all. Hey, Coach.
Hey, girl.
Just wanted to, I know, hearing from you post game is one thing, but now you've had an opportunity to take in the New York game and then turning the page also to Chicago. What do you want to see from your team tonight, combining both the learning points from the last game, but also knowing Chicago's strengths?
Yeah, we have to come out with a different focus, I think, today. I think what really hurt us in that New York game, and especially in that first half defensively, was our lack of rebounding and our lack of getting back in transition. We can't have a night like tonight where we're not sprinting back and that effort isn't there. We gotta have that full force tonight, because that's what Chicago wants to do. They want to push pace, and then we know they have an elite offensive rebound on that team with Angel Reese.
And then one more follow-up question for you, if you don't mind, is there's always good things as well to take, even in a loss. Personnel-wise, in terms of your rotation, did you see anything against New York that may impact how you move the pieces around tonight from a personnel standpoint?
Yeah, I really like the energy that both Nas and Lowe brought when we threw them in. We got more pace in what we were doing. So really like that. Maybe able to throw that combination out there again so we can get up and down and play at a pace that we really thrive in.
We'll go to Megan Hall. Megan, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. I'm sorry if I'm talking a little funny. I got my braces off and I have a retainer in, so just heads up for you. I sound like I have a lisp. But but my question for you is, I just saw that Camila Cardoso was inserted into the starting lineup. Obviously, she'll be on a minutes restriction, but just curious from your standpoint, how do you game plan for like Angel Reese and Camila, who are very good at those rebounding and getting in that paint?
Yeah, I think rebounding is about heart. Obviously, our guards have to help rebound as well. So our bigs have to box out. We have to have a ball drop mentality where it's like our man doesn't get the rebound, but our guards can come in and try to swoop up some of those rebounds. So we have to do it by committee. We can't just expect our bigs to do it. Angel Reese is a handful. Obviously, Cardoso's size makes her a handful, but we got to have some heart tonight, and our guards got to help rebound.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Coach, the last few games, 50 points and I guess less than 63. I might be wrong, but what offensively do you want to see go tonight? Because that's one of the things, this team has flashes of that they can put a lot of points on the board, but the last two games it hasn't been there. What's your thoughts about tonight's offense?
To be honest, I've liked our offense the last few games, to be honest. I know the point total hasn't been what it's like, but the looks that we're getting, I like the looks that we're getting. New York game, that first half, we got 2 feet in the paint a lot. 2 feet in the paint. Our post players, there was post entries. We got paint touches off the north-south attacks. We got paint touches off our post entries. We got to knock down some shots. Sometimes that happens where you're in shooting slumps, and right now we're going through that. But if we continue to make the right plays and find the easy plays, like at some point that will fall. The last few games I've been pleased with the growth of our offense in terms of getting back to playing in space and playing with pace. I just think we just haven't knocked down shots.
And outside of the bigs of Chicago, Reese and Cardoso, who else do you want to keep an eye on as far as the wings are tonight in this game for Chicago?
Yeah, obviously Marina and Carter pose 2 issues, right? Carter's ability to get downhill, her ability to attack in transition. Marina's ability to be shifty and knock down shots, tough shots at that, even with the defender draping on her. We have to be able to keep them in check, let Carter see bodies, and Marina make it tough for her all night.
Thank you, Coach.
Let's go to Angel Gray. Angel, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. I just as far as just the length with Chicago and what we've seen from you in previous games, Letitia and me here coming off the bench, getting some limited minutes at the end of the game, but also Lorella Kubai. How beneficial can they be throughout the game, not just in the sparing minutes towards the end?
Yeah, if we can find opportunities to get them in, and to help us, we'll find those opportunities. That's just about how we're playing and what things look like, and based upon what the personnel is on the other end of the floor.
And what have you liked about how not a lot of games that she just came right from overseas, but Lorela Kubai and what she's been able to grasp very quickly to be very impactful for you the last few games?
Yeah, Lo really understands what we're trying to do offensively in terms of how we're trying to move the ball, how we're trying to keep our spacing, setting screens, playing with a pace that we need. And then she's physical. She's a physical defender, and I think at times you need that to be able to play with that type of physicality. So I think she brings all those things to the table.
And Coach, just the last one for me. I'm curious, the conversation with Ryan Howard and yourself of just pushing through, hasn't seen very characteristic moments from her on the offensive end. Are you liking some things, wanting some things to be different? What is that conversation?
No, Ryan is getting the right shots. She's taking the right looks. She's not forcing a lot of different things. I'm okay with her being a little bit more aggressive at times. I thought sometimes she got mismatched with JJ. A couple times she attacked. A couple times she settled for giving the ball up. So in those instances, she still has to look to be herself and look to be aggressive. But really, it's trust the process. She puts the work in. She always puts the work in. You know what I mean? And sometimes you go through this. The greatest shooters in the world also go through slumps. That's just part of the game. But she has to stay mentally confident that the next one will go in, and find other opportunities to impact the game. So that's the conversation. You don't always have to impact the game with just your scoring. You can impact the game with your presence as well.
And I know you know me already. This is what I usually do. I said I had one last one, but this is for real, the last one. Uh, just to look on the other side and see Teaspoon and also another New York Liberty legend, the relationship and just this opportunity for her.
Love Spoon. I texted her earlier today. And said, I can't wait to see you and give you a big hug. I'm excited for her opportunity to be here and lead an organization here in Chicago. Spoon is a living legend. She's somebody who, we all looked up to in the WNBA and watched in the WNBA. So for her to be at this position, be in this position, I'm super, super proud. And I'm glad as another former player that I get to stand on the other side and be able to coach against her.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you guys. We'll see you post game.